Hello everybody, I am back with my next smartwatch review. Today we have the GT45 Smartwatch. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up and show you what comes out of the box and then charge it up and come back after several days with my full, fair, and honest review. So we have a quick start guide here. And let me look at this. The printing looks pretty easy to read, so I'm going to assume there's English in there. We got the watch itself. We got the band, which looks like a silicone wristband. We have the charging cable that's going to be the snap-on. Let me do it this way. The snap-on charging cable. That one end will go into a USB charging brick, and the other end will attach to the back of the watch. Thusly, alright. So there you go. This has like a nice red accent around the bezel. I'm going to peel off the screen protector here, and there's one on the back as well. Always peel those off. On this channel I get a lot of comments. Number one comment is, how do I set the time? And the answer is almost always sync it with the app on your phone. These things usually pull the time from your phone. And the other one is the things don't seem very responsive, or it doesn't seem like it's taking the right measurement. A lot of times people forget to peel the protective screen off the back. So it looks like a beautiful watch on the wrist. I think it's going to be nice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. So this is going to be unlike any smartwatch I've ever reviewed before. Let me press and hold this one to see if anything comes to life. It's at the top right. Let me do to the bottom right. There we go. There's a welcome screen. It's going to ask me my language, and we're going to go through this and get it all set up. So I'll be back in a few days through the magic of editing with my full, fair, and honest review in just a few seconds. So I've been wearing this watch for a few days. Let me run you through some of the key features here. To get it to come to life, you press the top right button. If you swipe down, you get your messages. Now I've tested this. It does work just fine. It will pull in your messages when paired with your phone via Bluetooth Low Energy. It's a nice big body. It's got a 340 milliamp hour battery, and that's going to get you about 7 days of normal use, 30 days on standby. It's got a 360 by 360 pixel TFT display, which is pretty nice, which is 1.6 inches. If we swipe up, we can get into some various settings. Here you can turn on and off Bluetooth. Here is your screen brightness, okay, and you can adjust that based on how you wish to do that. Oh, let me swipe back up here. Okay, so there we go. And you've got a flashlight setting, which just lights up all the pixels to allow you to see in the dark, and that's about it. Let's swipe from right to left. Here is your daily sort of activity tracker and steps, estimated miles walked and kilocalorie burn. Here is your sleep. It says I got 7 hours and 24 minutes last night. Here's your heart rate in beats per minute. Here it's using the green diodes. If we swipe again, we get blood oxygen saturation. Here it's using red diodes. I don't know if you could see that. It's asking me to wear it correctly, so it knows it's not on my wrist. Oh, there they go. Let me do that again so you can see those red diodes. Okay. There we go. So it's failing because it knows it's not on my wrist, which is good. We don't want it to take measurements when it's not being worn properly. And we keep swiping, and that's about it on the main screen. So that's what you have. And if I press the top right button a second time, that gets us to our menu with all the options. Here are your exercise modes, fitness records, you've got your activity log, heart rate, sleep monitoring, mindfulness, mobile audio, password lock, do not disturb. We can get into settings. We can switch the units. and that works. The default is centigrade. If you flip it to the right, it gets you in the Fahrenheit. Here we have about the watch, and you see it's the GT45. It's got a telephone mode here, and it will make calls when tethered via Bluetooth low energy. I've tested it. It works just fine. It's got a speaker and microphone built in. Blood oxygen saturation, mail list, my QR code, where you can input a QR code, the app QR code to download the app. We'll talk about that in a minute. Remote camera trigger when tethered via Bluetooth, 28-day cycle tracker, voice assistant. There's a game in here called 2048. I don't know what that is. I don't play games on smartwatches. It's got a calculator, flashlight, find my phone, timer, stop down alarm, stopwatch, alarm clock, remote music player, controls the music on your phone when tethered via Bluetooth, information, weather. Now, I've not gotten weather to really work very well. I don't know what's going on there, but I just haven't had luck with it. Calendar, meteorology. Here's your ultraviolet. You're supposed to get air pressure, wind speed, humidity. Again, it pulls this from your phone. You can shut down, restart, so change your dial style. Okay. This is kind of a nice clean one. I like this one too. And you know, you can change your menu style, your language, and it's got a built-in compass as well, so that is all pretty cool. Now, if I go back to the main screen and press the bottom right button, this gets me into like a little tile of all my various measurements here, and I can just scroll through quickly to see all that information, which is kind of cool. I like it, but I can scroll all the way to the bottom and just delete those. Okay, if I hit the upper left button, it gets me into my exercise modes, and then these two buttons here on the bottom left, all I can tell is it lets you scroll through the various watch faces, and that's about it. Okay, let's go look at the app, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. The app here is called Fundo Health, and that's Fundo Health. It's a pretty basic app. On the main screen, you get your motion records if you do exercises and turn it on your phone, your step count for the day, and you can go back and look at the hours and the previous days, your sleep from the night before. It gives you your deep sleep, your core sleep, and your awake times, and it gives you the various zones. It gives you a sleep analysis here, which is all kind of cool. Here's your heart health, that's your heart rate, and your SpO2 records as you take them. And that's about it. You can get into your exercise modes. Now, it's not a GPS watch, but if you have location services turned on your phone and you start an exercise when tethered via Bluetooth, it will overlay the map data with the information it's getting from the watch, like steps, distance traveled, and kilocalorie burn estimate. You've got running, walking, and bike riding. That's about it. Here you have the watch. Here are some watch faces. And there are plenty more in here, so odds are you'll be able to find one that you like. Notification settings, you can decide what notifications to push to your watch from your phone. Call notifications, SMS notifications, I have these turned on. It works well. You can get your SMS messages right on the watch when tethered to your phone via Bluetooth. And you can see alarm clock, raise your hand, that's your lift your wrist to turn the display on. I usually turn that off to save battery life. The QR code to install, my QR code. You can create your own custom QR code, upload it to the watch or download it to the watch, and then you can share that with whoever you want, and that QR code will take people wherever you want it to take them. You can set your step targets and some hot issues, permission settings, and whatnot. So the app is pretty basic, but it gets the job done. My bottom line on this guy, and this is a little bit interesting because I bought this with my own money on Temu, and with my own money, I mean your money, the money from the ad revenue generated on my YouTube channel from you and others like you watching my smartwatch and fitness tracker reviews on my smartwatch and fitness tracker review playlist on my channel. So I paid $41.79 from Temu. I think that's a little bit pricey for the qualities, I should say the features in this watch. The quality is beautiful. It's a beautiful looking watch. So if you like it for its looks, there's that. But it, you know, it lacks some always on health monitoring. I have not been able to get the weather to work. You'll see here that the temperature here in degrees Fahrenheit says 32, and that's just plain wrong. And it's either 32 Fahrenheit or 0C. It doesn't seem to be pulling in weather from my phone, so that doesn't seem to work all that well. For that kind of money, you can definitely do better in a smartwatch, but I feel my job is to, you know, call them how I see them. And that's how I see this GT45 smartwatch. I think you can do better for the money. I know you can do better for the money, but if you're dead set, you love the looks of it, and you like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 button look, then it might be worth considering. I'll drop a link below. Come check me out at DaveTheKayaker.com. This channel is primarily about my kayaking adventures. I do these smartwatch reviews just as a way to monetize the site and keep the whole thing going here. So I appreciate you. Leave a comment, like it, share this channel with others, and stay tuned because I've got a couple more smartwatch reviews coming. And I got a new smart ring review coming, so there's going to be plenty more to come in the next week. So stay tuned. I'll talk to you soon.